Welcome back, guys, to the Fight Me Bro betting show. This week, we're going to be breaking down UFC on ESPN Plus.
New Jersey. I think it's regular ESPN.
Oh, it's on big ESPN. I feel like they just had an ESPN.
They did, like 2 weeks ago. But I'm pretty sure this one's on regular ESPN.
They're trying to ramp it up. Makes sense. It's definitely...
This is far from a ramp up. It's a generous use of the phrase.
Well,
ramp
I guess main event-wise. Because what was the main event for the last big ESPN card?
Forgettable.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. And overall, I guess my thoughts on this card is
also
forgettable, but banger of a headline. Like for 3 weeks in a row, we've been saying I think it's Lawler versus Covington, and I think really all the hype is kind of around. These are just such polar opposite fighters in the sense of one guy is literally
in everything.
Yeah, in their style, the way people like them, the way they handle themselves. So just the contrast alone makes it very intriguing. But overall, not too much on the card, so we don't have a lot with our bets. I have one, he has two, so I'm going to let Nick start things off and go first.
Okay, first is we're jumping high up on the board to Clay Guida, Jim Miller. Fight goes to decision, -160.
Ooh.
These guys, I actually was a little surprised at how many fights Jim Miller's actually finished in the last 10 years, but Clay Guida's finished one. Good odds for me.
It makes sense, but I would feel like Guida's style would lead him to a TKO here and there, or maybe even get like a rear naked strangle.
And I love Clay Guida, but
yeah.
he just doesn't finish fights that often.
Sure.
And Jim Miller, I was surprised at how often he finishes guys, but for the most part, they're all chokes, and I just don't see him
choking out Clay
Guida. I mean, and also shot out of a cannon. I told you to close your eyes and give me a 3-sentence synopsis of how you think a Jim Miller versus Clay Guida fight when both guys are 37 is going to go. Your answer probably / will, because I can read your mind, is going to be it's going to be 15 minutes of wrestling scramble.
Yeah.
That's literally all that's going to happen. Someone's going to get a nice decision at the end, or attempted wrestling scrambles. I feel like there will be some trading, because I don't know how easy it's going to be for either of these guys to take each other down.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot of in on single, and then they both have T-Rex arms, so it's going to be a lot of whiffed punches, things of that nature. This is distance, -160, put it in the books.
Yeah, a couple old guys, seems like a grinder of a fight, but definitely intriguing. I don't know which side to pick on that. I almost wanted to put that fight on the card, but I just didn't know who I was taking. So for my only pick, and this is not a lock of the week because I don't know which way it's going to go, but my heart is telling me one thing, my brain is telling me to go Colby Covington -225 against Robbie Lawler.
Great American winning machine.
Great American winning machine. I mean, if we're being honest, I love Robbie Lawler 10 times more than Colby Covington. Yes, Colby's very entertainment, and honestly, his shtick is kind of growing on me in the sense of just how funny it is. It's very funny, and just him knowing this.
Funny in the sense of pathetic funny.
Yes.
Just clear that up.
When he's just saying the stuff I'm preparing, he's using the same lines from a year ago, and he's not even changing it up. So I'm just it's entertainment at this point. But ultimately, I think it's a nightmare matchup for Robbie Lawler. One, he doesn't do great against wrestlers. I feel like he doesn't do great against guys that just put up volume. Look at what happened with RDA. RDA was just kind of moving forward, just laying it on him. Colby Covington, although not as pretty of a boxer as RDA, definitely has that pressure style of relentlessness also mixed in with wrestling. That combined with Robbie Lawler being 36, 37 now,
getting a little older.
I imagine in a main event fight that could go 5 rounds, unless Robbie Lawler is able to finish him in the first couple rounds, I feel like Colby's gonna coast to a pretty easy decision. I saw he's at -225, but to win by decision is +100. And I thought that was kind of I don't know. I thought that was kind of
finishing him. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I like him there, so I'm taking Colby Covington -225.
Interesting. Also, shout out. I know the girls are paid or / kidnapped, but whoever the chick in the black dress that he brought around had major Jessica Jones vibes coming off, which is big in the Nick score category. Mm-hmm. So, point Colby.
He's definitely not having sex with her, but
oh no, absolutely not. Yeah. I'm asking for her personal contact information.
Yeah.
I'll gladly just. Listen, if you just come walk around me, I deserve the clout more than Colby just because I haven't been rehearsing lines.
You seem like the type of girl that's into loudmouth, little-dicked guys.
Right, exactly. If you're hanging around Colby Covington.
Yeah.
I do gotta I'm very curious. A, where he's getting, because like he's burning bridges in the porn community faster than, and like with the whole Kelsey Monroe thing, lying about fucking her. So he obviously he's not getting like top tier porn. So I'm wondering where he's getting the girls from. Two, how much is he paying them? Because those girls have been in like the 3 that he's got walking around now. They've been with him pretty much all media week. Wow. And it's like, I want to know what the rate on that. They look miserable. So to me, not enough is the number that he's paying them.
If I've learned anything from Riley Reid interviews, one of them is probably a pretty big whore that will fuck anyone. I want to know how many of these girls Colby Covington has had sex with. Because I don't think it's 0. I think it's got to be at least. He's hanging out with a ton of porn stars. It's almost like the best ability is availability. Porn
stars, though.
They're not?
I don't know. I don't recognize them, and so it's.
I gotta do my research.
They gotta be deep in the catalog. If they. Okay, lock of the week time. I actually do have a lock of the week. Can't believe you missed this one. Mara Romero-Bella is fighting Lauren Murphy at -185. Cash that. Lauren Murphy is awful at fighting. She has lost, I think, like 6 out of her last 8. And one of the wins, I believe... correction. I think both of the wins might be against girls who are no longer in the UFC. Awful. And... no, not Kasem is in the UFC. Co-headliner for the Australia card. Yeah. But Lauren Murphy, and picture, once again, do a little, I'm big on the mind exercises today, but picture round 3, about 3.5 minutes in to a Lauren Murphy fight. You're probably picturing Lauren Murphy's face just completely bloody, battered, destroyed.
A lot of black and blue.
Doesn't look great. Doesn't help that she's also 36. And Romero-Bella just hitting her stride. Like her only loss in the last 4 or 5 years or something has been a decision to Caitlin Chookagian, who hasn't gotten like out hayad by Caitlin Chookagian in the last 5 years.
And Chookagian is just very hard. Although I don't think she's that good, she's very hard to beat.
She's really good at scoring points.
Yeah,
like A+ at scoring points. Mm-hmm. So I like Bella's longer, whatever, works fine, a good jab. Mm-hmm. She just fought that chick that everybody was so hype on. She was like plus 300 in that. I also called that win. That was the chick that was coming off of the Contender Series. She manhandled that chick. So I got this one going to the bank easy.
See, I wasn't familiar with this name at all, but I saw Lauren Murphy and very much considered just like, oh, well, that might be interested looking up. And then I'm like, nah, like I'm not going to go too heavy on this.
Take it to the bank.
Don't hate that. All right, well, this is an early card that we just found out, so we're probably going to be at least live tweeting a decent portion of this, probably the earlier portion. But tweet us out any picks that you guys are taking, because there's a lot of names that I don't really care too much about, but action always makes me care about them. So you can follow us at BroLeva and _ a guy in a gi, and obviously follow us at Below the Belt MMA.